They say mirrors only reflect what's already there. I used to believe that too, until the night I realized my reflection didn't need me anymore. It happened in a quiet suburb outside Portland, Oregon. One of those neighborhoods built in neat rows, where every house looks almost identical and nothing feels out of place. The kind of place where you assume you're safe just because everything looks clean and orderly. My parents had gone away for the weekend. A short trip. 2 nights. They trusted me alone because nothing had ever happened in that house. No break-ins. No strange neighbors. No stories. The first night was normal. I ate leftovers, watched random videos, and eventually went upstairs around midnight. My bedroom was at the end of the hallway. Across from my bed was a full-length mirror bolted to the closet door. It had been there for years. I didn't like it much. Something about seeing myself in the dark always made me uncomfortable, but I never thought too deeply about it. That night, I sat on my bed scrolling on my phone, half listening to the rain tapping against the window. The house was quiet. Peaceful. Almost boring. I remember glancing up at the mirror without thinking. My reflection stared back. Normal. I went back to my phone. Then I noticed something strange. When I shifted my leg slightly, the reflection didn't move right away. It wasn't dramatic. Just a fraction of a second. So small that I almost convinced myself I imagined it. Almost. I looked up again, this time more focused. I raised my hand slowly. My reflection raised its hand too. But it was late. Just barely late, but late enough that my stomach tightened. I laughed nervously and lowered my hand. "Get a grip," I muttered. I blamed the lighting. My tired eyes. The rain. Anything except the thought forming in my head. I raised my hand again. The reflection followed, again delayed. My heartbeat quickened. I stumbled backward, hitting the bed behind me. My reflection didn't react. It remained standing, smiling softly, like it had just learned a secret. I whispered, "Stop." The reflection tilted its head. Late. I ran. I didn't even think. I bolted out of my bedroom and slammed the door behind me. My heart pounded so hard it hurt. I ran into the bathroom and locked myself inside, sliding down against the tub. I pressed my hands over my ears, trying not to hear anything. The house stayed silent. No footsteps. No voices. Nothing. After a few minutes, I started to feel ridiculous. I stood up slowly and unlocked the bathroom door. The hallway was empty. I glanced toward my bedroom door. It was still closed. I took a deep breath and opened it. The room looked normal. The mirror reflected an empty bedroom. Relief flooded my body. I laughed shakily and walked inside, closing the door behind me. I looked at the mirror. My reflection stood there. Perfectly synced. I exhaled. "See?" I whispered. "Nothing." I turned off the light and crawled into bed, facing the wall this time. Sleep came slowly, but eventually exhaustion pulled me under. I woke up to whispering. Not loud enough to understand. Just soft, breathy sounds. Right behind me. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. I felt something warm near my ear. Then the whisper became clear. "You looked away." I screamed and rolled over. The room was empty. The mirror reflected me, wide-eyed, shaking, alive. Morning light eventually filled the room. I didn't leave my bed until the sun was fully up. Everything looked normal. The mirror behaved. My reflection copied me exactly. My parents came home that afternoon. I didn't tell them. I didn't know how. That night, before bed, I covered the mirror with a blanket. Just in case. I slept facing the door. Months passed. Nothing happened. Until one morning, while brushing my teeth, I caught my reflection smiling in the bathroom mirror. I didn't know how. That night, before bed, I covered the mirror with a blanket. Just in case. I slept facing the door. Months passed. Nothing happened. Until one morning, while brushing my teeth, I caught my reflection smiling in the bathroom mirror. I wasn't smiling. I moved out 2 weeks later. And even now, years later, I never look at mirrors for too long. Because sometimes, they remember you, even when you stop looking.